Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Dani Chase, a senior volleyball player from Yukon who has been named the libero of the week 4 times this year. And Dani, your team just got a big win over John Brown recently. Tell us about the significance of that win.
It solidified us being conference champions again, which means we get to go to the opening round for nationals, which is a really big deal for our program. And we haven't lost a game in conference in a long time, and they beat us this year, so that was just, I think personally for our team, something that was a big win for us.
The conference race has been pretty exciting between OCU and Southwest Assemblies of God. How big was the victory that you guys got over SAGU earlier in the year, and tell us about that win.
They normally aren't as good as they are this year, so we were a little surprised, and we definitely prepared a lot to go into that game. They have one very, very, very good outside. It was exciting, and it was relieving a little bit once we won to be like, okay, we can move on from here and not have to play them again or worry about them, at least until the conference tournament starts.
On senior day this past weekend, you got to play more of an attacker position outside of your usual libero role. How was that?
It was really fun. Our coach did a really good job in because there's 7 seniors, so in letting all of us play the entire time was really fun, and our underclassmen were really supportive and just sitting on the bench and cheering us on. So I haven't done that in a long time, so it was interesting for sure.
And how did you end up playing the libero position?
I played outside hitter, which is like an attacking position, through high school. And when I got to college, everyone got a lot taller and better, and I kind of stayed really little. So I switched to libero, and I actually enjoy it a lot more than hitting. I think it's a lot more fun, but it was fun to come back to it just for one last time, I guess. The
conference tournament will be at Abe Lemons Arena coming up here in about a week or so. How important is it for you guys to be able to play those tournament games at your home place?
It's super important, not just for the tournament that's coming up, but if we win, then we host again next year. So it's really important for our underclassmen. And it's just fun to have it at home and know that our senior night isn't our last home game, and hopefully we can get some student support, which will be a big deal for us, especially playing teams that we've beat 1 or 2 times and having to replay them all over again. It can be really hard to beat someone 3 times in a season because they find out all the things you're good at and they get good at defending those things. So,
what's your major here?
I'm a nursing student.
Okay, so how do you go about balancing your schedule? Because nursing's pretty rigorous.
Yeah, time management is super important, and just knowing how to nap, because some days I go from like 6 o'clock in the morning until our game is over at 9 or 10 at night. So squeezing in little naps and scheduling is so important.
What area of nursing are you hoping to go into?
I'm not quite sure yet, but I think I want to go into labor and delivery and deliver babies. I think that will be super fun.
Well, speaking of babies, you've recently become an aunt, correct?
Yes. My sister has a son. His name's Carter, and he is the cutest thing ever. I'm not biased or anything, but he's the cutest thing ever. And we have so much fun together. And they come, and she has 2 older ones too, her stepchildren, and they come dressed in like these OCU shirts that have my name and number on the back. They're super cute, so.
All right, talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Dani Chase. You can follow the Stars volleyball team on OCUsports.com.
At Oklahoma City University, it's on all of us to put an end to sexual violence in our campus community.
Title IX is a federal law that addresses our students' right to education free from sex discrimination. OCU Athletics is committed to fostering a culture of respect for all members of our community.
We aim to embody respect and sportsmanship in all aspects of life.
And it's our job as athletes to intervene when something isn't right.
It's our responsibility as athletes, role models, and members of the community to look out for one another.
OCU athletes are not just champions on the field.
We also strive to be champions of character.
Consent is explicit, not implied.
Sexual contact without consent is sexual assault. It's on us.
It's on us.
To intervene when something doesn't seem right.
To recognize that alcohol is never an excuse.
It's on us.
It's on all of us.
To make it known we will not tolerate this from
Peers,
Teammates,
friends.
anyone.
To create an environment that respects everyone's rights and boundaries.
to do the right thing.
It doesn't just happen to women.
It's on us as teammates to lead by example.
To make it known that jokes about sexual assault are unacceptable.
To step up and say something.
To step up and say something.
To step up and say something.
To never blame the victim.
To support survivors.
To be more than a bystander.
It's on us.
It's on us.
It's on us.
Every day we all choose the type of person that we want to be and the type of athlete that we want to be. And for me, the important lesson there is you got to wake up every day willing to earn it and make the most of it.
It's on us.
It's on us.
It's on us.
It's
on all of us, OCU.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to women's basketball coach Bo Overton. The Stars open the season November 1st against Langston. And Coach, how difficult has it been to kind of retool this team after last year's national championship run?
Well, I think luckily, we have veteran returners back. Daniela Galindo's had a great fall. Alexis Hill, Brooke Irwin. We returned the freshman of the year in our conference, Nashyla Hammond. So I think when you have that type of experience and leadership coming back, the new players just fill right in, and we've had a great fall.
You mentioned your group of seniors right there with Daniela Galindo, Brooke Irwin, Alexis Hill. What kind of roles are they going to have both on the court and off the court this year?
Huge. I mean, the experience they had going through the season and then coming, having a great summer, all of them. And just so excited to play. It's great to watch them in practice, and we've just been chomping at the bit to play games, and we can't wait.
Who are some of your other returners? You talked about Nashyla, who was the freshman of the year last year. You got a couple other returners on this team.
Well, I think Tori Shanbor is going to play a huge part in our team. At the point guard position, whether she's backing up somebody, there could be games where she starts. She had a great summer also. Looking forward to watch her. You have Joanna Bethard, who's had an unbelievable summer. I think she might be one of the most improved players we have. We're just looking forward to getting them on the floor and kind of integrating them with our new players.
So who are some of those new players that we'll see make an impact this year?
Well, I think right off the bat, it's very important that Michaela Kay, who is a transfer from Portland State, taking over the guard position. She's a combo guard that can play point or off the ball. She's a good shooter. Just a huge part of this team. And then you add Taylor LaCour, who might be one of the best athletes in our league. Can run the floor, defend, rebound. Just gives us that extra push inside, by losing Daniela Wallen.
You guys are going to play 2 exhibition games against Division I teams. You did that last year. This year you'll play Texas and Texas A&M both on the road. How excited is your team to play those teams, and what are you going to learn from those games?
Well, I thought last year it was huge for us. Just seeing the speed of that game early in the season, how we have to get back on defense, how we have to rebound. It's a different speed, and I thought that really helped propel us, into last season. Now, this year we have a different team, of course. I think it might help us even more because it'll integrate our new players. And then, of course, the excitement of, playing in those venues. We don't really get to play in a lot of those type of venues until we get to the national tournament. So, playing at Texas and playing at A&M in those arenas with those fans and that competition, it's does nothing but help us.
As far as your regular season schedule is concerned, 5 teams on that schedule ranked in the top 25 right now. How challenging is your schedule going to be this year?
It's very challenging, but our last year it was too. And I think there's a rhyme and reason to that because it just prepares us better for the league and kind of gets our players ready for what's coming, not only in the league, but in our league tournament, which is so tough. And then, of course, getting to the national tournament, you've seen that level and that type of competition, and it just does nothing but help us.
Two players from last year's squad, Mariana Duran and Daniela Wallen, are currently playing professionally overseas. How have their experiences been with that?
Well, I'm very proud of those two because they really worked hard while they were here for 2 years, and you can see that in their production, not only here but now also with their national team and what they've done overseas, and I'm just very proud of them. They're great people, they deserve it, and we look forward to following them during this season.
All right, talking to women's basketball coach Bo Overton. You can follow the Stars on OCUsports.com.